Leaving your status up to the feed, open to the scroll. Who do you want knowing you're suicidal? The obvious answer is everybody, but the whisper is more particular, and people lean in. Who do you really want spying on you with milkshake and Valencia filter? Who you trying not to text, talk to, see you flawless on Lake Sebago? Who deserves to be bombed in selfies? What texture of the gray audience puts the firm in affirming? Hi, sorry, what's the Wi-Fi password? The connection rate goes up markedly the more questions you answer, the more apps upon which you spread your sex pixels. Survival and privacy do not hold hands in times of conflict, which includes not having been laid in a minute. Vibrating rings of a far-flung gas giant, what is lit from within versus what's reflecting. Innovative versus reproducing, bacon versus babe, but baby, 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 baby. I want to be on the brink, learning. Note to self, asphyxiation. My brother has a minor coronary incident. We talk about being Indian. Who dictates identity? Blood quantum is an American invention whereby the Indian problem solves itself through assimilation. So you're like half? My date asks. My brother Johnny is on the tribal council, says so many voting members live off-res. We have diff dads, so diff reservations, but the same nation? Res like neighborhood and genocidal legislation. How much Indian carries with you if you leave? My sis is a singing coach, does Broadway in the 90s. We have diff dads and childhoods. I meet her in 5th grade. My date makes a face like restless leg syndrome. TBQH, I'm so freaking tired of hearing about everyone's maybe Cherokee great-grandma like, it's past my bedtime. I touch the walls of her apartment and get the sense of people on the other side. Where I'm from, in the valley I lived in for thousands of years, neighbors live further up the mountain. And because we're Indian, when we say further up the mountain or behind the big rocks at the mailbox, we point with our lips. To feel a throb of life on a wall, to hear echoes of a TV versus echoes of nothing for miles. I crush hard on NYC. To have new things. I lay face down on the floor of her apartment and feel the bus on the street rummin'. The buzz. She tells her bodega peeps, this is my half-brother. And Auntie gives this look like, oh, uh-huh. I never heard the term half-brother before. Brother says he's sending tortillas. We're mixed blood, but full Indian. I could see, my date says, squinting, half Asian? Though everyone can tell I'm a fag. Part of me in sharp relief, a part of me half hidden. It's very Indian to watch AbFab because we're Indian and we're watching AbFab. You aren't very Indian, so when you watch AbFab, it isn't very Indian. There's no such thing as Indian, but there is an internalized kingdom of gnashing hands, a dubious relationship to facts. Is this a date or an interview, he asks. And this is the problem with dating on the internet. I look into a lot of fires, I say. So many wakes. The fire pit outside the tribal hall, cold gray dust the next day. In the valley I lived in for thousands of years, when someone shoves into the next life, people tell stories for the body, dance around the casket, weep, and even tell jokes. Stay up all night, dull eyes at the funeral tomorrow afternoon. Problem is, people die so often we never get to sleep. I sit by the fire in your mind, huff, stoke, rub. I am a ghost. I'm down another delta. You're lost at sea. Okay, he says. I'm not looking for anything super serious right now. Shade your eyes. The sparks are scattering as a sentence gives you the idea that sparks continue to scatter, a continuous present like a long exposure photo. Some things can go on forever, like Loopin' You to One by Rihanna, or the colonial legacy called Constant Debbie Downer. I find other people with internalized gnashing and have no gods, dubious of facts, and hate nature, and call them family. There's no post-colonial America. Look at the sun, so blind, or look away in denial, bunched and bloated, a mulch of bodies upon which we stack our lives. It's the prospect of Muse leaving, threat of freedom, not Muse coming, threat of stains, that gets me on my pen game.